Let's bring in former acting ICE director and former Border Patrol chief, Ron Vitiello. Ron, this is my opinion, there will be no change at the border until January the 20th. It's still catch and release. They're still using the app to fly them in. Have I got that right?
No, you're absolutely right. They've moved this illegal traffic to the air, in air travel for people that are coming from overseas directly into the United States. They're just as illegal or have the same status as the people who are crossing the river illegally down in Texas. And so we have an administration that has lied to us about what's happened on the border for about the last 4 years. We've had an unprecedented surge in migration, illegal entries across the border, especially in the southwest border, since the pendency of the Biden-Harris administration. And it will continue until Trump takes the oath and is back in the Oval Office and gives the Department of Homeland Security, the frontline personnel, the tools that they need to control the border.
So everything changes after he's taken the oath on January the 20th. Reversal of the situation. Is that right? Immediately. Is that right?
Yes, I agree with you. It's all going to change, and you already see the inklings of its change, right? The Prime Minister of Canada flew to Mar-a-Lago to talk to the president about his statements on the border and tariffs. The Mexican president said interesting things about the president's call, about tariffs in Mexico, about controlling the border, working on fentanyl, working on the demand for drugs in the United States. And so each of them has an opportunity to work with our new president, who already knows how to control this border and knows what policies works. Okay. And it's going to reinstate them on day one.
I'm sure you've seen this, but the New York Times reports that Mexican cartels are now recruiting on college campuses. They want chemistry students to help them create stronger strains of fentanyl. My question is, how will Trump go after the cartels? There's talk of using special forces. There's talk of seizing their money. How's it going to work? What's he going to do to the cartels?
We need a full court press against the power and the influence that they have in North America, in the region, and in the world. And so the best way forward would be for Mexico to assent to doing very specific things in country to combat the power and the viciousness of these cartels. Whether that's special forces, whether that's military, whether they designate them as terrorist organizations, all of those things should be on the table in the discussions within the U.S. government, starting on January 20th, but also with our international partners in Mexico and in the region, because these cartels have way too much influence over our lives in the United States. Look how many people die of fentanyl poisoning in our country, and way too much influence in Mexico.
Something's going to be done. Ron Vitiello, thanks for joining us. We will see you soon, I do hope. Thank you, sir.